In Marlborough, a man born long after the World War helps connect others with their family's past.
I know exactly who they are, everyone on the monument.
For this family, a long-lost part of their past is rolling again. While for Tom Furrier, the past is still very much his present.
They look like a brand new machine when I'm done with it.
Over the river in Northampton, riding with the man behind what will be the Bay State's longest bike trail. Plus, it takes a lot of labor to keep a palm tree going through 14 New England winters.
They all ask, how do you keep it alive?
And in the Berkshires, a progress report with the couple determined to preserve a legacy that was saved in the woods.
It's gotta feel good. It feels wonderful.
They are all wonderful labors of love. Next on Chronicle.
This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
We see them everywhere. Though we have no reason to really notice memorial signs and squares to our nation's fallen veterans. I have driven by this sign here at a small intersection in Natick, Mass. For more than 20 years. And every single time I drive by, my eye always goes to the date. A young American serviceman killed in action in the snow and the cold on Christmas Eve, less than a year before the end of World War II. And you know, every single one of these small memorial signs has its own story. So your dad enlists in the Navy while he lived in Worcester, right? How old was he then?
27.
27. This was the last place he lived?
Yep, his family all lived in Worcester.
Samuel Sonny Rosen died on December 18th, 1944, when his ship, the USS Spence, was sunk in the Philippines. He left a wife in the States 3 months pregnant with a boy he'd never meet.
She told me a little bit. She had two philosophies: to spare me the pain and to make sure that when I grew up in Brookline that I didn't feel financially disadvantaged compared to the other kids I went to school with in Brookline.
Eric Rosen went on to a career as a lawyer and, over time, with help from his father's family, was able to acquire more knowledge and artifacts related to his late dad.
You've got medals, obviously photographs.
My mother had the medals.
Yeah.
The watch I just got within the last year.
Wow.
And the best news I had when I finally reconnected with his family, said, you look just like him. so that made me feel good.
In 2023, Rosen received a letter from a young local man who'd found additional information about the late Sonny Rosen.
He saw my father's name in Hudson, who lived there for a very short period of time, and that's how we got together.
So I think the Memorial Project is just a way to tell the story of the men or women, service people, and I've even included firemen, DPW workers, police that made the ultimate sacrifice, whether for their community or for our country as a whole.
Matthew Sargent grew up and lives in Marlborough, Mass. Now a Navy reservist, he'd visited Italy's Anzio War Cemetery to pay respects to 3 Marlborough men who died in the 1944 invasion there. And so the 3 vets who fell at Anzio, that you came back and you wanted more info, and it didn't exist.
Not a whole lot, no.
Yeah. And these 3 guys are here?
Yeah. So John Chase, Alfred Gregoire, and Roland Termaine.
And you ended up finding out a lot more information than the town had about these 3 guys, right?
I can look at all the names and really, in my head, because I've done all the research, like really put a story together, and I know exactly who they are.
Sargent expanded his research to neighboring communities, working with local historical societies as well as municipal and federal agencies. His growing memorial project has ferreted out photos, facts, and other archival material, often unknown even to surviving families and relatives, with whom he freely reaches out to share what he's found.
I can't say enough about him.
For Eric Rosen, Matthew Sargent's dogged research uncovered that his late dad had earned a commendation for helping in a risky rescue at sea.
He was able to get a volume of records that I didn't have, and I never had any idea.
I thought that was really nice to share with Eric. I gave him a copy of his father's record I got from the archives, and I made sure when I dropped it off, I said, hey, I want you to make sure you see that page, and it's pretty neat.
On recent Memorial Days in Marlboro, Sargent, working with local school kids, displays photos of local war dead with their info.
One of the points that Matthew made to me was that this is important for kids, and they see the memorials, and it sort of brings the men and women who served and died to life in these communities.
You know, World War II was very long ago. We're losing our last World War II vets now, sadly. But, you know, it's great to recognize them.
What makes this project a labor of love for you?
There's so many stories out there to be told. With all the squares and streets and parks and all these things that are named for people, there's a person to be remembered with that.
And for some, filling out more of a loved one's story provides just a bit more to be proud of and to hold on to, even a father they never knew.
And in 1991, Eric Rosen was part of a ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, which for the very first time gathered the sons and daughters who lost their fathers during World War II.
That's very nice. He was also the founder of the American World War II Orphans Network. And if you're interested in more information on Matthew Sargent's Memorial Project, check out our website.
All right, coming up, a love spanning generations and spanning oceans.